maybe in terms of collaborating with some of those bands, we got this question here from Anthony. He was just curious in your involvement in the 1982 record Blackout, of course, by the Scorpions.
Right.
What exactly was your involvement in that? Some background vocals or just vocals in general?
Just backgrounds.
Okay.
Well, I was really young. In 82, I was in my 20s. And I hadn't done a world tour, and I hadn't, had a record out. I hadn't done 500 shows. And my voice was, I'd say, a virgin.
Okay.
And, in those early days, you hear the Dokken albums, I was singing much higher. I mean, I was an alto. I could hit soprano notes. So, Dieter Dierks was the producer of the Scorpions, and it just, it's just dumb luck. We were playing the Whiskey, and Dieter Dierks came to the Whiskey and saw my band, and he says, "Don, I don't like your band." I said, "Oh, sorry about that." He had no record deal. But he said, "But I like your voice." And he goes, "But I noticed that you sing with a lot of vibrato. That's why I sing naturally. So does Klaus Meine." So, and Klaus had surgery during that record, and they'd been working on it for like 2 years, and they wanted to finish the record, and it was almost done. And he said, "Do you want to come to Germany and just do all the high stuff? Give Me All I Need, No One Like You, Dynamite, all those super high vocals on the harmonies." I just did those. That's all I did, because I was green, and I could do it. And then he'd say, "Can you sing higher?" And I'm like, "Oh man, don't ask me to do that. You're going to kill me." I could do it.
How high can you sing, right? Like
back then I could hit B flats above A, which was, Rob Halford screams, I could do that. So, I just went to Germany and did some background vocals on the Scorpions album. And then Dieter said, they called the Studio B, the small one. And he let me use it for a week to do some demos. And I just wrote Breaking the Chains and a couple other songs. And the manager of Accept was in there at the same time. They were doing Russian roulette. And their manager, Gabby Hauke, took my cassette to Hamburg to Carrera Records and played it for the president. And he said, "I want to sign him."
Wow.
And I went, "Holy shit." So she came back, handed me a plane ticket, and said, "He'll give you 10,000 marks." And I said, "How much is that in dollars?"
Right.
It was like $8,500. And, we were getting $1 million deals later on, but I said, $8,500? I had $20 left on me. I said, "I'll do it."
At the time, right?
Hell yeah. And Annie's going to pay for the record. I said, "Okay." And he goes, "But you only got 3 weeks. You got to knock it out." So, what people don't know, the younger fans, when Breaking the Chains originally came out, it was just a picture of me on the cover, chained up, and it said Don Dokken, not Dokken, Don Dokken, because it was a solo record. I had no band.
Right.
Just me, and then I hired George and Mick to come to Germany to do the rhythm tracks. And I called them up in LA. I knew them from the Hollywood scene. They were in a band called The Boys. And I said, "Hey, you guys want to come to Germany? And, we got a hotel and we can make a record." And their band had kind of fallen apart. And they said, "Yeah, okay." So I just hired George and Mick just as session cats. There were rumors that I was going to replace Klaus because he lost his voice and I'd be the new singer. And I thought, well, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. Just one magazine. Some newspaper came in the studio when Scorpions was recording, and they saw me singing.
Okay.
And they're like, "Oh, they're getting a new singer."
Bit of a reach.
And I remember talking to Klaus one day, because he didn't talk to me much, and he didn't speak really good English.
Right.
And I said to Klaus, I said, "I just want you to know, even because if his voice was gone, he had like these things, electrodes, and he has serious problems." And I said to Klaus, even if somebody had asked me to join the Scorpions, I would have said no.
Really?
I just want you to know, Klaus, I'm a huge Scorpions fan since Fly the Rainbow, when Uli was in the band, Tokyo Tapes. And I said, even if they asked me, even though it'd be a great honor to be in a Scorpion, I told Klaus I would have said no. I said, because you are the voice of the Scorpions.
That's huge.
The way you sing, it's got that heavy vibrato. I mean, I go, you're the voice of Scorpions. I said, I just want to tell you that. I'm just here to help out. That's all. And then the rumors flew around, but I would have never joined the Scorpions even if they asked me, because Klaus is the sound of the Scorpions. And we've all now been friends for over 45 years.